What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and in this video, we're going to be talking about ZORA, Z-O-R-A. I'm going to give some price forecasts and predictions, but before we get into the video, I just want to point out that if you're following me on X.com, my profile is at Chris Harris 85. C-Zar the Great, that's me. I'm the only C-Zar the Great with a blue check mark. All the other scammers, they're not going to pay for a check mark. Anyways, I posted on October 7th 3 coins that I was looking to buy that I did buy. ZORA, Cookie DAO, and Onyx Coin. And ZORA is actually the biggest bag that I scooped up on the 7th. It's the 9th now. So 2 days ago here, I actually bought basically right at the daily close there. Sat through a little bit of red yesterday, but here we are, guys, up 25% today. It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. It definitely is. It's definitely nice to see. 8 hours, 42 minutes left. I want to go over beyond just saying, beyond patting myself on the back for buying right before it pumped. I want to go over why I bought it, what I was looking at, so that if we see any of these kind of signs in the markets, it might be a clear indication that it's a good time to buy those as well. And then also, of course, project out where I think this move is going to take us overall. So if that sounds good to you, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is like I said, the 9th day here, and we're climbing, man. We're looking great. Really, what this looks like is a breakout. And if we look at this overall, I mean, we've got above average volume too, right? This is some of the most volume that we've seen really since August. We've had a few spikes that are a little bit bigger than this, but we got 8 hours, 42 minutes left in the day. A lot of this volume is coming in on this 4 hour candle here with this pump. I mean, this looks like a breakout candle if I've ever seen one. But with that being said, do anticipate volatility. Volatility can happen. We could absolutely, you see some of these candles that are bigger, more pronounced. They have some wicks to them. So if we pull back a little bit by the end of the day, that's not problematic. I do think that we are breaking out of this range. But before we get to that stuff, I want to talk about what we did before. Okay, we look at Coinbase here. Would this be the all-time history? Let's just see how you respect this, okay? High to low. You seem to be respecting it pretty well, but maybe there's more history. Let's look at this on something with more historical data. Maybe this high to low. Let's see. You're respecting that kind of too. I mean, you bottomed right there at that high, and you found support right there too. I like the respect you're showing there. I don't know. Maybe we just won't use that fib, and that's okay. Maybe we just won't use that fib. But looking at this here, you basically did the exact same thing that you did here, right? You consolidated. Once you hit your like low area here, you consolidated really for about, I don't know, maybe we could say 78 days, something like that. Here, you've consolidated from the high point to where we're moving up now, 58 days, a little bit smaller, but still. And I mean, really, if you look at it, we've actually really been consolidating since probably back here. We've been in the same range, so about the same amount of time, honestly, like quite literally, because this was even outside of this range down here, but this is all part of that same consolidation phase. Maybe this is all. Anyways, very similar phase of consolidation as you can see as far as time goes, and we're having a very proper reaction right now. Up 28%, up 29%. We're up 3 more percent since we last checked on it. I love it. I love seeing it. There might be those of you who are wondering, is it a good time to buy ZORA right now? You might be watching the video and maybe ZORA's double in price from where we are now. Maybe it's less, whatever. Is it a good time to buy? I want to answer that question real quick before we get too far into the video, because I know time is of the essence. So high to low, I'm anticipating that ZORA likely repeats what it did here to some degree, okay? To some degree. Now, since we can't take the fibs and measure, it's going to be a little bit tricky, but I would think that at least we hit our 1272 to 1618 area. And if we were to draw a line in comparison to that, or a measurement from the current price of about 7 cents, roughly 7 cents right here, we're back down to 26%. See, there we go. A little bit of volatility. I would expect that we do see about a 3x to a 4.6x move. Now, that is a lot smaller. That right there is a lot smaller than what this was here. But again, in confluence to this, I would expect that we move at a very similar pace. So going into, maybe next week, the end of next week, we should be up in this area. That's my thoughts. Now, if we are to go higher, that would probably be reserved for later in the month, or even going later into the year. If we were to go higher, it is possible that we could go higher than this area before the end of the month. It is possible that we could see higher targets, but again, it depends on how we break out here. This is ZORA's second movement so far, and all we know is that, okay, it likes to move at a fast pace. That's great. Similar consolidation. We're probably going to break out and move up higher. It is a unique project, and it does have a low market cap. If we're looking at it here, all that criteria And it's kind of under the radar. Most people aren't really talking about ZORA, right? Everybody's talking about Binance Chain right now, privacy tokens. Um, the focus is on AI tokens. It's the coins that are building and doing work in the background that nobody's talking about. Those are the ones to look for. And $300 million market cap with 125 million in 24-hour volume. That's really good, you guys. It's actually really good. And that's a pretty low market cap right there. We could easily see this thing 10x by the end of the year. Easily. When I say easily, I mean easily. By the end of the year, we could do a lot more than a 10x. What do we do here? I mean, from the low in July 10th to the high on August 11th, a month later, we saw an 18x. When I say we could do a 10x from here to the end of the year or more, we really could. We could really see something that's at 75 cents, $1.17. Anything and everything in that kind of area, that would be my expectation by the end of the year, if not more. If not more. I mean, crazy things could happen. It just depends. The right catalysts come into play. We could see some massive potential there. So if your question is it a good time to buy or not, most people on YouTube or influencers, they'll tell you don't buy pumps. I'm not afraid to tell people to buy at these areas as long as you're buying like at a relatively low area, which, to be completely fair, from a high to a low, we are down about 50%. Now, with that being said, if you buy here, you have to accept something. Okay, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If you buy here and the price comes right back down as it had before, we're in a volatile phase still. The breakout looks real right now. The volume, the move, everything about it looks real. But does it sustain? That's the question. Could it be real? And even still, from a high to a low, you drop 27% from here before moving up higher. You have to, if you are looking to buy, you have to accept the implied volatility here. Okay, you have to accept that you didn't buy at an ideal time, and that it's probably going to come down a little bit, and then it'll come back up. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen here. We haven't even looked at the short term stuff. This thing could just continue to rally, but not financial advice, not a financial advisor. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Don't get your heart or your emotions all worked up on this. There's nothing wrong with looking at ZORA being like, good job that you're pumping without me. I wish I bought it before, but I didn't. I wish I followed C-Zar on X.com and saw that he posted that he bought some ZORA and bought before it pumped, but I didn't. But that's okay. Maybe next time, right? That there's nothing wrong with that either. But again, just the idea here is, no, I don't think that it's too late to buy. I think we're getting there. I think that it's fine area to buy right now, but you do have to accept the implied risks there, right? We could go back below 7 cents, but all the upside is there. All the upside is inherently there. It's going to be there, and we're likely going to see, I would think, potentially even a bigger move than what we saw here. Now this was from July until August. That was about a month's long movement. This next movement might take 3 months, right? It might go into the end of the year. But typically with these movements, what you get is you get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-legged move, 5-legged impulse pattern. The third leg, which would be this leg here, right? Because this was the first leg. One leg here, second leg consolidation. The third leg is typically bigger than the first leg, which would mean we likely do go by the end of this movement overall before we see any kind of significant consolidation phase again. Not to say that there won't be volatility along the way, right? We dropped 30% here. We probably dropped like 30-40% there. We dropped a little bit here as well. Like you can see all the volatility that happened before we got up to that high. There will be volatility, but we probably, I would think, get to prices that are at 75 cents to $1.17, somewhere in that area, before this movement's done. And again, I wouldn't be surprised that could happen by the end of this month. It really could. Okay, so again, is it a good time to buy here? Is this little move worth worrying about whenever it comes to the upside? Maybe, maybe not. It's just something you should be aware of, okay? And to each their own. And again, at this point in time, if I'm just being honest, if I'm being candid with you guys, as much as I want to see everybody buy ZORA and be a part of the pump with me, as fun as that is, let me just tell you from experience, okay? This is my third bull market, okay? And this might bite you in the butt. This might bite you in the butt, but it might not, okay? And oftentimes it does. And I think this is a better practice than it is to go against this, is that when you see a coin like this, the market's stagnant, right? Here's the others chart. Let's look at the others chart. Okay, this is the average altcoin right now. The average altcoin is just chilling, right, this week. The average altcoin's down 3%. Don't go chasing pumps, okay? Buy a coin that hasn't pumped yet, okay? Probably buy a coin that hasn't pumped yet. But with that being said, I think this one continues to rally. We're up 36% right now, so that's crazy. It's crazy. We've been watching it happen. All right, let's go on the 1 hour time frame here. Again, is it too late to buy? No, there's a lot of growth to come. But damn, man, wow, we're soaring. We're breaking free. We're soaring, flying. If you didn't watch High School Musical as a kid, you know, it's we can all make fun of it, but it's something we all watched. Okay, you can't deny it. We all watched it as kids. Okay, maybe even as adults, some of us, not me. Anyways, 1 hour time frame. The RSI is moving up, but I still remember the words. We're breaking free. Anyways, a lot of volume coming in, looking very very bullish. I would expect some volatility. And perhaps that volatility comes in the same way that these 1 hour candles did here. I mean, this looks like we're moving up with the purpose here, you guys. But you never know. 33 minutes left in this hour. Can we come back? Absolutely. Nothing wrong with waiting for a pullback before you buy. Stochastics look bullish. The MACD looks bullish as well. Of course they do. 4 hour time frame, breaking out the 4 hour here, crossing above the zero. You had a nice trend upwards, higher lows, higher highs, and you're moving up higher. It looks fantastic. It actually looks really really good. Stochastics are super bullish. Typically, whenever you get this much separation between the overbots or between the blue line and the orange line here, typically when you get that much separation, you do see a little bit of volatility. So just be patient there. But this kind of a movement, man, I don't know. It's pretty eruptive. It's pretty explosive. Something's going on here, and I'm actually curious. Let's see. Let's look at ZORA here on X and just see if there's anything going on that I'm not aware of. I don't know if you guys hear my daughter singing back there. Let's see. Hold on. ZORA is now on Robinhood. Oh, that's what it is. Wow. Oh, wow. That's what it is, guys. That's why. Uh-huh. That's what it is, man. Oh, of course it is. Okay, so yeah, it's probably a good time to get in. It's there will be some volatility for sure. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I was unaware I was unaware that Robinhood would be listing ZORA. But if you're looking here at the daily time frame, this is why I bought. Okay, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. This is why I bought. You were red for a very long time. Okay, in the MACD, you were red. Your MACD, the oscillators here were coming down, right? Bearish, very bearish. You had a false hope of green, but really you were red for so freaking long, consolidating for so long. Things started to turn around here. You had a bit of a double bottom in your MACD, and we even started to cross green, right? I bought on the 7th. It's the 9th now. So I bought right here the second day. The first day we were barely green, wasn't confirmed, but the second day crossed a little bit more green. So I'm like, okay, cool. This is what we need. This is fine. This is great right here. The second day crossed green, and that was the buy signal for me that the momentum, the oscillators here was clearly shifting. We're clearly not building down anymore. So where might we go? We might at least revert to the mean, which is the zero. That's a pretty far ways away on the MACD. The MACD is actually a large reason why I bought here. The stochastics were also looking good, looking frisky, pointed upwards like they wanted to get to the overbought zone. Back here on the 7th, they were both crossed up, both pointed upwards, and to the overbought zone we went. And then the RSI. This is a big reason why I bought too. The RSI sloped, man. You went from a downwards trend to a sideways trend, and now you're exploding, right? That's this kind of curvature in the RSI. I mean, look, you even kind of have it here, right? You even kind of have it here, but to a different effect, right? Different degree, right? You see the slope. It's positive. It's a positive thing. You can see it with the highs too. And we bounced off. We bounced right off the oversold zone, bouncing off the 40 and all that stuff too. That was really what made me think that it was a good time to buy and get in. And I'm expressing this right now because there's an old saying in the crypto world and in the stock world, which is show me the charts and I'll tell you the news. The charts told us there'd be some good news, and what did we just find out today? There's good news. ZORA's on Robinhood. So I don't really have anything else that I want to say. I think I've said it all. Again, the key areas, I really do think that the key areas to pay attention to whenever it comes to price exploration, because we're going to see price exploration. Absolutely, we will. Nothing better to get retail involved than being listed on Robinhood. We'd be at about 21 to 32.6 cents. Okay, we're at 7.9 cents now, and then inevitably getting up to about 46 cents to $1.17. When you break above 32.6 cents, this is the target area that you focus on, right? 46 cents to $1.17. When you break above $1.17, we look for $1.64 to $2.20, and then whenever you break above that area, 420 and beyond, guys. ZORA at a $306 million market cap, it's probably actually a little bit more now. Let's just see. Let's refresh that. It's probably a little bit more. Let's see. You've got 100x potential. That's all I was trying to say. Because 100x would put you at $30 billion, and I think a project like this could definitely see a $33 billion market cap valuation. So ZORA is 100xable. It absolutely is. Even multi-100xable. You could see a 60, 70, $80 billion market cap by the end of the cycle. Do your own research. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but do your own research if you're curious in investing in anything. Check out the white paper. check out the website. It's essentially decentralized social media. That's the purpose of this coin, and I don't really have anything else to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Zora's pumping, and I wouldn't be surprised again with the good news. You typically buy the hype, you sell the news, right? There was no hype here, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was some volatility with this. Exchange listings typically do promote some selling pressure, but I will say, in my experience, noticing Robinhood listings, they tend to promote pumps, actually. They don't promote selling pressure, typically. Anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Thank you all. Bye-bye. I said bye.